So now the battle in Tallahassee between Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and the Walt Disney Company getting even hotter. The state Senate there voted 23-16 to strip Disney of its self-governing status. It's had that status since late 1960s. Expected to pass today, which will head to the governor's desk, and Guy Benson joins us now, host of the Guy Benson Show on Fox Radio. Good morning to you. Nice to see you.
Great to see you guys.
Let's see. Wilt Simpson is the head of the Senate in Tallahassee. He was with us yesterday and made this case here with us. Watch.
Idea that kindergartners, first, second, and third graders are going to be inundated with sexual orientation and transgenderism. We're not going to tolerate that in Florida. And so by Disney putting this front and center on their cultural chart, it led to us taking a look at what special privileges does Disney have.
Republicans got the vote in Florida, clearly in the State House. What do you think of the move now?
Well, they won the first fight, which was over this law. And he made the point about a very popular provision of that law, which is the K through 3, barring that age group to get this kind of instruction on sexual matters and gender identity. Fine. They won the fight. Disney did what it did. And they were defeated. I mean, there were a lot of people saying, oh, the Disney lobbyists are going to prevail because they're deep-pocketed. They get what they want in the state of Florida. And clearly, DeSantis and the Republicans down there sent a clear message. That is not the case anymore. There's a new sheriff in town. Times have changed. And now the question is this next step the right move? And there's a debate happening among conservatives around the country right now on whether this is too far or whether this is fair game.
Well, but part of it is, remember, he fights. And sticking up for yourself finally, and that, should one of these corporations finally have to pay the price and be the one that is the example that is being used to say, knock it off type of thing. I don't know the answer to that, but I can understand the sentiment.
Totally. And I think that argument is as follows, and you sort of outlined it already. The left has this very organized outrage machine which springs into action and effectively bullies institutions and corporations into following the left's will on various things. And often the corporations cower and go along with it. Is there a counterweight to that on the right to say, actually, there's a lot of us who feel differently out here? Is this a way for Republicans in Florida to remind Disney, actually, hey, we have clout too, and if you're going to just, thumb your nose at us, things might happen that you might not like. There is another side, though, to it.
Yeah, on a bigger issue here, other states are doing this now, Ohio and several others that can't come to mind at the moment here. What they're essentially saying is kindergarten through third grade off limits here. And that's been mischaracterized, we'd agree, by the opponents of this law.
Correct.
But beyond third grade, what does the law suggest then?
In Florida, it's vague. And that's one of, I think, the fair critiques of the Florida law. And some of the other laws, like in Louisiana, or it's a bill still right now, it goes much further, all the way through high school. Teachers can't mention really anything related to this stuff. I think that that's overreach. And on the point of overreach in Florida, is this the right precedent for Republicans to say, let's clear out all these special privileges, which I think is fine. As a matter of good governance, you can make a case that they shouldn't have these special breaks, et cetera. Disney shouldn't. But to yank them away specifically tied to political speech or political actions that the ruling party doesn't like, that feels punitive. And I'm not sure that that's a great precedent, even if you're sort of like enjoying how it feels and sort of saying this is a good counterpunch.
Thank you so much for being here. Guy Benson Radio Show, 3 to 6 p.m.
Nice
Check it out. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.